We're in a girls band era, and I'm not complaining. I love these shows, and I think they're constantly offering something different. Something like Bang Dream MyGo, which for its tonal similarities to girls band Cry, still offers a different atmosphere, just like Bocchi the Rock offering a completely different atmosphere than K-On! And now we have having Mujica, which is in a realm of its own. And this is the same here, and in a way, I very much didn't expect. So here are 3 of my favorite things in 300 seconds about Rock is a Lady's Modesty. One of the elements of this show that immediately stood out to me was its insistence in instrumental music as a core part of its performances. There's a certain appeal to vocal songs. They stand out from the rest of the soundtrack, often leaving an impression to whichever scene they're in, and they're easy to follow. We can get lyrics depicting the emotions and narrative, guiding us further with the themes or characters. There's a lot of power in lyricism, but stripping that away provides an equally interesting experience. The strength of the instruments is highlighted now, which allows each member to stand out during central performances, like giving Isami an entire section to shine as a pianist, despite being a newbie and tying that to her arc. Or whenever Oto and Lily go absolutely off playing drums and guitar, highlighting the tug of war with their dynamic and showing clearly what these moments mean to their development. Without a clear through line in a song with vocals, every instrument has to pull its weight, and in this case as well, contribute to the narrative of the performance equally. And to be fair, even in the absence of lyrics, the characters are often talking. Their monologues and tacit conversations become the lyrics. And while it may at times feel like they're talking over the music, I found it a compromise that worked. It was an interesting balance of having these performances not just performed, but an involved process where we get interiority to tease the most from these scenes. In spite of not having lyrics, we're able to dive deeper into the characters through the careful balance of the instrumental music, providing each member certain moments to shine, and allowing the story to pull at those threads in its own way. There's a line to be crossed in juvenile humor, and honestly, I can be beholden to it, especially if that crossed line is done intentionally and consistently in a way that's fun and purposeful. The most consistent joke in the show is attributing everything to sex, whether that's imagery showing off BDSM, a lot of BDSM, or in how much Oto exacerbates her descriptions of each performance. What makes it funny is how much Oto plays it up, constantly placing innuendo upon innuendo until performances intertwine, unfolding into freedom. The raunchiness of what they're saying isn't just silly jokes, but also helps showcase the core of the show and conflict with the characters, which is the struggle to find freedom. Letting loose and expressing themselves in ridiculous ways is vital for the characters, as a lot of their personal drama revolve around not being able to do that. To hold back their language and be modest would be antithetical. Rock is their modesty, and so they embrace their primal side, letting loose in the most base way possible, and in some cases, like Alice, admiring when other characters are able to showcase their true side. It's an aspiration that they share, and it's held through the show within its humor. And it isn't even just sexual innuendos, but straight up just flipping people off and constantly saying that they're swinging their cocks out, just being incredibly uncouth. It's hilarious, and adds to the nature of what the story wants to express. The liberation that comes in allowing yourself to be you. This last point is layered in something that might not be about the show, but ties back to it in a very cool way that makes the production feel so heartfelt, and that's Band-Maid. The opening of the show is by Band-Maid, who have done songs for anime prior, but their inclusion here didn't stop at just that. From the onset, the team wanted to use CGI and motion capture for the performances, and even more, use whoever performed the opening. And I think the results came out incredibly well, having performances that feel electric, not only from the overall dynamic set pieces and added visual flourishes, but from the capture work, making their playing feel impactful and real. Since it literally is. When the characters are rocking out, it looks good, and it feels good in conjunction with the music, because there's a layer of genuinity in the motions being from real players who understand the songs and how to embody rock. Band-Maid themselves share a similar aesthetic to the gang, a kind of counterculture aesthetic where they're all wearing maid costumes yet betray the expectation of what that costume should entail. They might just be the perfect fit here, being able to replicate what this fictional band is going for in spirit, and having the ability to play each of the songs and act it out for motion capture. And as popular as Band-Maid are for vocal songs, their repertoire might also be quite fitting for the role as well. I'm all for the girls band era. I love music shows, and music, so it's kind of a given. And even if many of these shows are primarily dealing in rock and adjacent, they all have a lot to offer that make them different. And that's how I felt while watching the show. For its bold choice of featuring instrumentals, allowing a unique approach to its performances, to the way it unabashedly allows its characters to just say whatever the hell they want. And of course, in representing that with an actual rock band that might as well be ripped from the screen. I'll be eagerly keeping an eye out as the girls band era continues, and even if we might be riding this high on a specific genre of music, that's fine, because after all, rock is a lady's modesty. And that was the end of the video. This is a very elaborate set, probably the most elaborate I've made. I made a lot of prompts for other videos, but not something to this level where I've had a recreation of an entire room. And if you appreciated the amount of work I put into creating essentially the entire set and using it to model the video after, then there is a very easy way to support the channel, and that is of course with the Patreon. Well, there's also just liking the video and watching the video and leaving a comment, which is really helpful. And if you're on mobile, there's also a hype feature where you can essentially boost it on the algorithm. It's a mobile thing, I'm pretty sure. I've seen it personally on mobile. It's a new feature, why not? I love doing random call to actions, so let's put that one in as well because it's a new feature. But other than that, there is a Patreon where you can check out. There is a free membership option where if you want to see early posts like the ones that I do for the YouTube community page, I do post them on my Patreon a bit earlier. They are free. Other stuff like previews and stuff are locked behind. Even the lowest tier gets you most of the stuff. But yeah, something to consider if you want. It would help a lot because making videos like this does take a lot of time, and if I want to be able to make more, it would help a lot. But regardless, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.